This is a 1951 Chevrolet 3100 truck. They've moved the push button start to underneath the dash here. And we're going to take this thing for a quick drive. Except for the gas fuel gauge, and something going on maybe with the clutch there, hearing just a little bit of a whine. You could hear it when I first started driving and it just faded away. Not exactly sure what that is. I haven't driven this truck a ton. I've driven it some, but man, I mean, it steers so straight. This is the reason why I do these videos, is so you get an idea of what's really going on with the truck. I mean, I'm driving this truck by myself. It's a manual. It steers awesome. I mean, I'm steering with one hand into the cul-de-sac here. So yeah, if you notice the very beginning of the video, right when I just started driving, just a little bit of a squeal sound, and that's only happened a couple of times. It almost sounds like sometimes that's the sound the speedometer makes, a little squeal, but this sounds like, you know, if it's not in gear, I don't hear it, but if I put it in gear just a touch, maybe the clutch, maybe the, I don't know, flywheel, but been a really reliable driver the couple times I have driven it. Actually got a straight pipe on it, no muffler, and I actually really like the way it sounds. This is actually might be one of the first trucks I've ever gotten with no muffler on it. It sounds awesome. Engine sounds great. Really healthy. Really healthy sounding, period correct engine. It's a 235. I don't believe, I can't remember, but I'm not positive that the emergency brake is working. I guess I could check it by putting it in neutral. I'm trying to, actually it looks like it is holding just a little bit. So may need to be adjusted a little bit, but let's go around the outside of the truck first and show you. Like I said, engine starts very easily, doesn't overheat, runs strong, no smoke, and like I said, actually that squeal just happened today. A little bit of a put it in gear and squealed just slightly, and like I said, you can go back and listen to it again in the video, and then went away just within driving you know, half a mile or something like that. So that's the first time that's done that to me. This is how old vehicles are, but man, I really love this truck. Nice, clean, very minimal rust. We'll go looking for it in the video. I'm not off the top of my head remembering where any rust is. Nice, clean, rust-free firewall, inner fender wells, and all underneath the hood are rust-free. It's been upgraded to a 12-volt system with an alternator. All of the hood is in great shape. Overall, the body on this truck is very straight. And I've been getting a lot of this quality truck in lately, up for sale. Kind of what we kind of call a shop truck. Something that's got had a good bit of restoration done to it, but hasn't been made perfect. And one of the reasons we love these trucks so much is a couple of reasons. One is you're not afraid to drive it. Number two, these trucks are just getting to where so many guys are restoring them completely, and they're just unattainable. They're just so expensive. You know, it's hard to find one under $30,000, and they're going all the way up crazy. I've seen them, you know, see these guys on TV, Gas Monkey Garage, selling theirs for 65, 70 grand or even more. And, you know, obviously that's a completely different vehicle from this, but I just am saying one of the main reasons I love these trucks is because this is a, you know, this is under $20,000, running, driving, ready to hit the road. And, you know, but with still a few little things you could do to it if you want to. So I'm going to get closer up again and walk around each body panel and show you. Just very straight, no signs of excessive Bondo use. I think there's always a little bit of skim coat in every truck, but bottoms of the doors are in good shape. Cab corners are in good shape. Sides of the bed are nice and straight. Rear fender, I mean, this is a really straight truck. And we did just put a brand new tailgate on it. When we picked it up, it didn't have the tailgate yet. Brand new tailgate with the brand new chrome, you know, latch and the rubber. So that looks really sharp, and it came from the factory in black, so we didn't even have to paint it. Just continuing on around, some, you know, minor pitting and stuff like that, where there was probably some surface rust before the paint was put on. Rear fender, nice and straight. A little bit of Bondo here on the side. There's usually sometimes there's a seam there, or they get a little bit of rust, so that looks like there's a little bit of Bondo there. Bottoms of the cab corners, again, in good shape. Bottoms of the doors, rust free. Nice straight. I mean, this is a super straight truck, and if you are looking for a truck to finish off a restoration, I don't think that this would be a bad candidate for it. The side vents have a little bit of, you know, look a little bit rough. You can see that I'm trying to get the camera to adjust. A lot of really great things going for it. Like I said, nice strong engine. The gears seem to shift. I know I mentioned that little bit of squeal earlier. Could be a clutch, maybe the flywheel. Not exactly sure what that is. Starter was giving me a little bit of problems a couple times. These older starters like to hang up on you, and you got to push the button a couple times, but it fired right up for the video. So I think mechanically I would call this overall pretty sound. You know, good strong engine. Gears shift through real good. Clutch lets out real nice. Truck drives down the road nice and straight. It's got new tires all the way around. I think the rear ones might just be a hair bigger than the front. Actually, it looks like the front tires are new. Rear tires may be a little bit older. Wheels are in nice shape. So let's get to the cab here. New glass on the front and the rear with new weather stripping. New chrome down the center and the split windshield. Brand new windshield wipers. Brand new electric wiper motor, so the wipers work great, and you don't even have to have the engine running for that. Side glass on the passenger side's got some cracks here, and regulators seem to work pretty good. Roll this window up, but you'll see that there are some cracks. So that's the original glass on the passenger side with some cracks in it. Now on the driver's side, the vent window's got a crack, but the glass itself is in good shape. Rear glass, as I said just a minute ago, is brand new with brand new weather stripping around it. That is tempered glass. Clear, it's not the tinted. Same thing over here. The windows roll up and down nice and easy. And the passenger side glass is in great shape with the vent window with a crack. So if you wanted to finish off the glass, you just need the two vent windows and the passenger side glass. The interior was taken apart. All the gauges were taken out. The dash was painted, and they did a really good job. I would call this a very nice I would call this nice driver quality interior for the dash. Gauges were redone, and the ever troubling gas. It seems like even I've had $35,000, $40,000 trucks, and we can't get the gas gauges to always read like they're supposed to. Have a little problem with the sending unit sometimes. So if you wanted to go after something to fix the gauges, it'd be the sending unit on the gas gauge. Other than that, the battery, oil pressure, temperature gauge, and speedometer all work correctly. Original horn button's not working, so we got a horn button below. The turn signals are working, and even the indicators work. They use the front indicator lights as turn signals, which work awesome. And it's got a new headliner. The interior's all been painted inside the cab and looks really clean. And the two-tone red and black is awesome. The original base for the seat is still present, which I really appreciate. But somebody did put a newer model, or what they call late model, I guess, seat in it. Maybe for the comfort, maybe just because it was cheaper. If I would have had the original seat, I would have spent the $250 to reupholster it. But putting the original seat back in would be pretty easy to do. It's got a brand new rubber mat. These always look really nice. Still, you can see kind of folding over just a hair. Original floor pans in really good shape, and still even got the this is the cap for the master cylinder there. So nice, clean, original floor pans. Like I said, a very minimal rust truck. Let's go up underneath the truck, take a quick look. And I know I talk a lot and talk fast, but I watch other guys' videos and they don't talk at all, and I wish that they did. So under here, step ups. Rust free to the back. This is got some rust in it here. This is not uncommon, this C channel. That is like your main support. That's a really common area to see rust. but you can see that on the top it's not awful. Cab corners have rust on the inside and probably have some Bondo smoothing out the outside. So you can actually see a little bit as we get down here that there's some cracking and stuff up there underneath. Bottoms of the doors are in awesome shape. Those are the original vents. They don't show any rust. You see those little half moon vents. And then let's look at the floor pans. These are the original floor pans down here. They're in beautiful condition. No rust or rust holes of any kind. Frame rails appear to be in great shape. Inner fender wells have some surface rust, but I don't see any holes. Surface rust, of course, along everything. This has not been a completed restoration, so nobody went underneath this truck and blasted it or painted it, which in my opinion is a good thing. A lot of times these guys get under there and paint it and undercoat it. It kind of feels like they may be hiding something, and I'd rather just see them like this in original condition. Original battery box with a little bit of rust along the bottom, but nice solid frame posts on the side. And this step up over here actually appears to be in good condition, where the C channel there is not rusted out like the other side. Nice solid passenger side step up. Underneath that diamond plate is the old wood bed. And actually I think there's a new wood bed on top of it. I'm sorry. I'll have to go back and look again. Got a couple trucks like this I'm putting up for sale today, so they start running together. Oh yeah, just actually looks like some fence boards back here, pressure treated. You know, not a bad looking little simple, inexpensive truck bed, but I would probably go after it and clean it up. So a little bit of rust here, and this is a normal spot we find rust on these trucks. Other than that, the rest of the cab, the front fenders look like they're in good shape. We'll go around to the other front fender and then I'll let you go on this video, running a touch long, but just really wanting to show nice rust free on this side. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a spot of rust there on the same as the other right there, which is a common spot. So if you really wanted this to be 100% rust free, you deal with the cab corners, you deal with the step up on this side, those two inner fender spots at the bottom of the firewall or where the foot panel goes, and other than that you'd be good to go. Like I said, I wouldn't hesitate to jump in this truck today, run to Home Depot, grab some supplies. Like I said, a couple of little things maybe to address, but I think this is a really great opportunity to get into a reliable, mechanically reliable and period correct drivetrain 51 Chevy. Love these things, love the split windshield, and somebody's already done a lot of hard work to it and make it a really presentable driver.